Last week's guest on the Ben Shapiro Show Sunday special was Tim Pool. So I'm sure as you guys know, Ben Shapiro, he's got his YouTube podcast that he does daily, and on Sundays he usually has a guest on there that he interviews, a Sunday special. And Ben Shapiro is one of the people I like to watch personally because he comes at you with logic, he comes at you with statistics. As he says himself, his facts don't care about your feelings. Now, Ben Shapiro, I don't agree with everything that he says or all of his views and opinions on things. However, when it comes to common sense, logic, facts, the truth, Ben Shapiro most of the time can be more spot on. Another person that I really enjoy watching, Tim Pool, for the same reasons. Now, Tim Pool, he brings you the news on his daily. He's got a couple different very successful YouTube channels. Much props to Tim Pool for that. And he brings you the news. Of course, he's biased in some of his reporting, but I mean, who isn't? He brings you the news, he brings you common sense, logic, he'll give you facts. That's one thing these two guys have in common that is extremely important, okay? Now, when I saw that I didn't know Tim was going to be on Ben's show. I happened to see it Sunday morning. The title there popped up in my feed on YouTube, and I was pretty excited. I jumped right on it to check it out, and I'm glad I did. These two guys talking, first of all, much props to Ben Shapiro as the host, as an interviewer. You see so many people interview and interrupt and try to talk over the person they're interviewing. Ben Shapiro asked a question, and he gave Tim Pool unlimited amount of time to answer these questions. So Ben Shapiro did a great job as the host, as the interviewer. And Tim Pool, I mean, he pretty much crushed it on this interview. He did a phenomenal job answering the questions. Like I said, a lot of logic, a lot of common sense, a lot of facts. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this. How do I explain this? So, I've said in a few of my other videos. Oh, and before I get started, listen, I'm just starting out on YouTube, as you can tell. It's tough to grow a channel these days. There's so much competition out there. I started at 0. I'm up to 20 subscribers now, which is a great accomplishment for me. I'm super grateful. Trying to hit 100 subscribers by Christmas. If you guys could help me out, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you know when my videos come on, and let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up, thumbs down, leave a comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm crazy. I've made some videos in the past where I get a lot of thumbs down for things about BLM and Antifa. I do quite a few videos about BLM and Antifa. I'm not a fan at all of either one. I'm 100% against the BLM organization. Has duped a lot of people to think that because the title of this organization is Black Lives Matter, who's going to disagree with that? Nobody. I don't. Of course, Black Lives Matter. Using that title, they've duped people. When you realize what the organization is, it's got nothing to do with what you think. Hence my shirt. I don't like putting a color in front of something, in front of somebody. To me, that's where racism comes into play. It's people judging people by the content of their character. I don't give a F what color of skin you have or what your sexual preference, orientation. I'm not sure what the word is now, the SJW word we need to use. Woke word we need to use for that. I know Amy Coney Barrett got yelled at because she used the wrong word, and then the dictionary changed it up. And we're living in crazy times, guys. All right, back to this. And this is just going to be a quick video. And if you have not seen this interview, I really highly recommend you go watch it. And I'm sure this interview had people on the left just losing their minds. Oh, and this is what I wanted to say just a minute ago. Sorry, I'm jumping around here. This is just kind of spur of the moment. So I'm not a Republican or conservative. I'm not a Democrat or liberal or progressive or any of that. This is where my stance is. I was homeless for off and on for a couple decades. Really bad drug and alcohol problems for years. Homeless, jobless, lost my life. Everything that comes with that life. 6, 7 years ago, I got my life together, started becoming a productive member of society, got everything back, a place to live, a job, my license, a vehicle, everything started. So, and of course, I wasn't interested in politics, didn't care, never voted, didn't care when I was getting my life together. Politics was the last thing I cared about. However, once I got everything together, I started paying attention to what was going on, especially this year with the Kung Flu, the lockdowns, the discrepancies in reporting from different, news outlets and reporters and journalists. Um, a lot of strange things were happening. And then I was listening to people like my family's Democrats and, you know, a lot of people I was listening to were Democrats, and the things they were saying a year ago. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell you this. A year ago, I hated Donald Trump. I thought this guy was the devil. I thought we needed to impeach him and get him out of office because I was listening to what people were telling me. I was listening to channels like CNN and MSNBC. But once I started to see, well, in this instance, 2 plus 2 isn't equal to 4. It's just not making sense. So I looked into it myself, started realizing that the deck was being so stacked against, conservatives, Republicans, Trump, that it was mind blowing. And as an American, we don't like a rigged, we don't like a rigged game. We Americans do. We like an even playing field. We don't like a rigged game. So did my own research, started realizing what was going on, started listening to people like Tim Pool, started listening to people like Ben Shapiro. And when these guys, and like I said, I don't agree with everything both of them say, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree. But for the most part, the common sense and the logic that they talk about, it resonates with me. So then I listen to people, you just listen to like people on CNN, like Jake Tapper and little Brian Stelter and Don Lemon and Chris Cuomo. And then, I mean, I have an uncle that was making these posts on Facebook about every Trump supporter is a white supremacist. And it was these people, there's just no logic in the things they say. There's just no common sense in the things they say. Um, so I went with that. I voted for the first time, 45 years old this year. I actually turned 45 on November 7th. So 44, I guess, when I voted. First time in my life I voted. And I had to vote because I saw what was happening in this country. I saw, and I'm going to say it, I saw what people on the left, Democrats, the radical left, BLM and Antifa, and people like Nancy Pelosi, people like AOC and Ilhan Omar, um, people like Cuomo, Bill de Blasio, Governor Newsom, Governor Whitmer, Beetlejuice, Lori Lightfoot, um, the lady out in Seattle. What the hell's her name? I can't remember. Like she lets these people build a Chop Chaz in Seattle. It says 6 block radius. It's going to be a summer of love, and people end up shooting each other. Like these are all Democratic leaders, Democratic cities. Nobody's calling out BLM and Antifa for their violence, their racism, their hatred. Joe Biden gets up in the debates and says Antifa is an idea. Listen, I can't get down with that stuff. I can't do it. So then, you listen to some conservative YouTube channels, um, and you listen to some, I don't know if you're left wing, or I don't know if you want to call them progressives or liberals. I don't know. Like Tim Pool is a milk toast fence sitter. He's a liberal centrist. I don't know. And then Ben Shapiro is a conservative. But the crazy thing is, you listen to these people on the left in their YouTube channels, like Vosh. This Tim Pool had this guy Vosh on his show. The stuff that was coming out of that guy's mouth was complete garbage. I couldn't listen to it. I honestly had to turn that interview off. I could not listen to Vosh. Then I went on his YouTube channel, listened to a few of his videos. I couldn't get through it. Like this guy. And then there's another YouTuber, Xander Hall. Same thing. And these people, they make videos that actually say Tim Pool's dangerous, Steven Crowder's dangerous, Ben Shapiro's dangerous. People on the left call Ben Shapiro a white supremacist. He's Jewish. Like he people call Candace Owens a racist white supremacist. She's black. Like these people are calling Tim Pool a far right, whatever. And the reason Tim Pool, I believe personally, has the views that he has now, like voted he said he voted for Trump. He is talks a lot about uh, the mainstream media and the Democratic Party, how they've completely lost the plot. They've gone insane. The thing, and I agree 100% with him. That's the thing. Coming from somebody who just didn't care about politics and just like was straight down the center, not either way, didn't actually lean more Democrat because that's who I was around. That's the people I was around. Once you see what these people are doing, and they're pushing people. They're pushing people like me, Tim Pool, like the walkaway movement, like the Brexit movement. They're pushing people away from the Democrats, the left, the radical left, the liberals. It's the fault of these people. That's it. That's it. They're doing it themselves. They're to blame. Um, they're the ones that want censorship. They're the ones that shut down free. They want to shut down free speech. It's not these guys. They want to shut these guys down for saying something that goes against what they're saying. It goes against their narrative. So they want to shut these people down. So I don't know. It's a crazy world we're living in. I just wanted to make this quick video and say that this was a great interview. Great job of Ben Shapiro for being the interviewer. Great job by Tim Pool just coming out there, just talking logic, common sense, facts. And I don't see how anybody on the left could watch this video and be like hateful towards it or be call these guys names or be disgusted. But I can guarantee you there was lefties watching this and people on the left watching this and being like, oh my God, these guys, these white supremacists, these right wing, far right crazy people and it's just not true. Listen, it's just not true. These guys had a great interview together. They talked back and forth. Tim Pool said a bunch of times, and he said, "Oh, I don't want to make this that Tim agrees with Ben, show, but he said I agree with everything you're saying because it was just common sense, logic, it was facts." So, I mean, I just don't know how you can argue with that. It just doesn't make sense to me how you can argue with that. So, if you haven't seen it, definitely go check it out. Great interview. Both these guys, I think, do a really good job. I think Tim has been pushed to the point of where he is now by the radical left, by the Democratic Party, by people like BLM and Antifa. I, I know they pushed me to vote the way I did this year. I know they pushed a lot of other people way, way, way away from anything they believe in. And a lot of the people that are still on that side, they're misinformed. As Tim calls them, the low information voter. My parents, for example, talking to my parents, they voted for Joe Biden. Neither one of them know a single thing about Kamala Harris. My mother says, "Oh, I like that girl that's running for the vice president with Biden. She seems nice." What? Okay. And I asked my dad, "What'd you think about Hunter Biden's laptop and all the stuff that come out about Joe Biden?" Well, what are you talking about? They sit in front of the TV, they watch mainstream media, so they are very low information. They don't have a clue, and they've been Democrats their whole life. They've been programmed to vote Democrat. They've been told that Trump is the evil fascist dictator, so you got to hate Trump, and that's what they do. I asked my mom, "What do you think about Russiagate, the whole Russian thing just being a hoax?" That, "Oh, no, no, Donald Trump, and it was him and his Russian buddies." And so there are a lot of people like that still out there. And the people that are paying attention, that are okay with what's going on the left with the socialism and the defund the police and the BLM, I really don't know what to say about those people except there's just no common sense and logic in that thinking, in my opinion, and clearly in Tim's opinion, clearly in Ben's opinion. It doesn't make any sense. I'm going to leave it there. Talked a little bit longer than I wanted to. Like I said, guys, help me grow my channel. Trying to hit 100 by Christmas. Subscribe. Got a lot to talk about. I mean, clearly you guys see how everything's just gone insane. It's like the world flipped upside down. Left is right, up is down. Um, Lies are truth, truth is lies. There's no more logic and common sense anymore. So My little trick there. All right. I'm going to get off now. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. And listen, I say at the end of all my videos, just be a good person. Be kind to yourselves. Be kind to your neighbors. Tell the people close to you love them. If you just be a generally good person, live in truth and honesty, and help other people out, you're going to have a pretty good life. I guarantee you. All right, guys. Till next time. Peace.